Hello, good to be talking with you all again. Today I just want to mention 3 or 4 things that came out of the Principals Australia Institute executive meeting earlier this week, and then to just have a bit of a quick chat about some of our recent achievements and a couple of issues that I want to particularly draw to everyone's attention. The first issue out of the executive meeting is it's the first executive meeting where Louisa Rennie, our director for the Principals certification process, has been able to be present. Louisa is working out of Melbourne. She will be in and out of the Melbourne office, out of the PAI office, but in essence working from home. Focus of activity in the next month or two will be significant consultation with principals and principals associations around the country. There might be a number of opportunities there where you can support Louisa in her work and or get engaged with it as well. So principal certification well underway and lots of developmental work to occur in the second half of this year. The second thing out of the executive meeting was we had a significant discussion in and around the independent consultants report about information technology within the Institute. In essence, the report's talking about an enterprise-wide architecture, software support, particular focus on mobility and the work that we all do, internet connectivity being a key driver, and indeed a sense of direction for the future. We're moving to make an appointment of a lead ICT person to lead up the process. Also in the report was a significant recommendation about establishing a PAI governance structure for the future of IT within the Institute. Whilst I intend to keep that structure reasonably small, I do intend for it to be across the sectors in the Institute, and so if you have some interest in that area, I'll be pleased to hear from you. The third thing out of the executive meeting that I wanted to mention was there was an extensive discussion, consultation in and around the topic of school leadership. What do we mean by it? This is an extension of the work that's been done and ably led by Steve McDonald and Jill Pearman to do with values and behaviours. The Institute's focus is on principals and on school leaders, and therefore on school leadership. We've made a big decision to continue to define leadership through the L5 frame. So if you haven't visited the L5 frame in recent times, can I urge you to take another look from the website, and I'm sure that the directors in the various programs, projects and activities that are in front of us will continue to relate your work and the work of the Institute to that framework. A really important piece of defining what we do and how we're going to go about it. I wanted to speak today also about recently there's been the development and the distribution of grievance procedures and policies associated with our work in the Institute. I'm just urging people to pay attention to that. We've got some grievance procedure officers that are being identified and will undergo some training to support anyone's needs. It's not to say that the Institute is a place where we're constantly needing to reach for grievance procedures. However, it's important that we all know that they exist and that they're available for everybody should the needs arise. In the end, the endeavour here is to make sure that Principals Australia Institute is an employer of choice and that everybody feels comfortable and indeed engaged with the Institute and the work it does and the workers in and around us. I wanted to also today just highlight the sense of the profile of the Institute continues to be raised, and there's no doubt in our conversations and as we move around how much the Institute's name is being enhanced by the work that we all do. Several things recently that highlight that, that provide an overarching profile to PAI. The Professional Services Group in the last, at the executive meeting earlier in the week, were able to quite proudly and justly talk about $900,000 of new business that's come to the Institute as a result of their work. The Mind Matters work that's proceeding towards a formal agreement with Beyond Blue for Mind Matters 2 has been significantly enhanced by the reputation that the Institute has gained over recent years in its delivery of Mind Matters version 1. Similarly, the Kids Matter primary work that occurs with partners Beyond Blue and APS, the reputation we've developed as a result of this work has flowed through to these negotiations and work to find a way forward in Mind Matters 2. Some very positive outcomes, and I'm hopeful that in a week or two or three we'll be able to announce some formal agreements and get a better understanding of the work that we'll be doing in this space in future. Dare to Lead is another one to mention. Certainly in my recent conversations with our previous Minister Garrett and with people like Professor Paul Hughes from the First Peoples Education Advisory Group, our reputation as a deliverer of quality programs to enhance Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander education is clearly there and clearly evident and understood by those sort of people. The last one that certainly deserves some mention at this point in time, and it's early stages for principal certification, but we had the opportunity to provide a presentation to the International Council of the International Council of Principals in Cairns just a week or two back. There's no doubt that the developmental work that we're doing in the principal certification area is now well known and with educators all over the world, and indeed we're receiving already significant feedback, support documents and so on in an international context. That is a significant achievement for the Institute to establish those sort of partnerships, stakeholders and engagement from elsewhere. The last piece of all of that is to mention that all of the above occurs only with the support of our corporate services group. And I want to mention the finance and HR group in particular at the moment because as you might well recall, we have been, both those groups have been working indeed with the board and through the board to establish a salary benchmarking process for Principals Australia Institute. The aim there is to get some consistency and some fairness with salaries that reward the quality of work that we all do, spread right across the Institute. Please look out for a letter from me, probably towards the end of next week, that will provide you with some advice about the outcomes of that work. I hope you appreciate and understand where the letters come from and why it's arrived in your letterbox. The last bit is to just finally, the other corporate services group, the IT group, just to let you know that the capacity of the help desk has been expanded and the new team are working tirelessly to provide quality service to you all. So please engage with them. with their administrative procedures, with their help desk logins and so on, and I'm sure that they'll be very responsive to your needs. In the meantime, when I talk to you again, continue on with the good work that you do, and my sincere thanks for that work and the quality of it. Thank you.